The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I mean, you shouldn't be asking people to come down here and pay the freight on something they paid. It still ain't good enough. I mean, you think that's right? I mean, maybe you're doing your job, but why you gotta stop me from doing mine? Because if you're willing to go through all the battling you gotta go through to get to where you wanna get, who's got the right to stop you? I mean, maybe some of you guys got something you never finished, something you really wanna do, something you never said to somebody, something. And you're told no, even after you pay your dues. Who's got the right to tell you that? Who? Nobody. It's your right to listen to your gut. It ain't nobody's right to say no after you earn the right to be where you want to be and do what you want to do. You know, the older I get, the more things I got to leave behind. That's life. The only thing I'm asking you guys to leave on the table is what's right.
I think that there's something about the nature of man, meaning men, women, just the creatures themselves. They're resilient. We've been through so many upheavals for thousands of years. Civilizations have been destroyed, but they come back. And so I'm very, very into that theme of fighting back, not accepting defeat easily. And if you do get defeated, rebuild yourself and come back. Life it's like a juggle every day. You think you have it one day, it's beautiful, then you get one phone call and your whole life has changed. It's very interesting, you know. It's a constant battle, and that's what I try. When I'm successful, I have failed. Well, I think I'm lucky enough to understand that I really don't separate myself from anyone else. I think that all of us have a thread that goes through us. We all understand what fear is, what loneliness, what isolation is, what victory is, what failure is. And I think if you can tell that story, they can relate to it. But if you're above pain, if you're above fear, who cares? You know, you're not human. Human is being able to balance all your weaknesses and try to make them a strength. Because that's what it is. Legacy is determined on what the audience, you know, what they think of you. I don't think you can plan your legacy. A little pretentious, like, okay, I'm going to do this and have a really cool legacy. You know, it's just, I never thought of it. I think that it's either you leave good stuff behind or you don't. You leave a few things that go on and on and on long after you're gone. But the one thing is that never stop punching. Never stop punching. Never stop punching. Life is gonna come. Don't ever stop punching, and until you can't lift your arms anymore. That's how I roll. People go, you have nothing to prove? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You always have something to prove. Always. Always.